In 2018, Manchester United and Arsenal fans witnessed the worst swap deal ever in Manchester United and Arsenal history. So today I will play an audio that will tell you the full story about the Manchester United and Arsenal swap deal.
The swap that shook the league, a tale of two failures. In January 2018, Manchester United and Arsenal did the unthinkable. They didn't just trade players, they traded their biggest hopes and their deepest frustrations in a straight swap that felt like a blockbuster movie. The setup: a king without a crown. At the Emirates, Alexis Sánchez was a monster. He was the heart of Arsenal, dragging them through games with 80 goals and 44 assists. But with only 6 months left on his contract, he was a ticking time bomb. Across the country, Henrikh Mkhitaryan was a creative genius trapped in a defensive cage at Old Trafford. He had the talent, but he didn't have the trust of his manager. The climax, the piano and the promise. The world stopped when United announced Sánchez with that famous piano video. United fans thought they had stolen the league's best player from under the nose of Manchester City. Arsenal fans, meanwhile, hoped Mkhitaryan would be the spark to bring back the Wengerball glory days. It was a deal made in desperation, fueled by massive wages and even bigger egos. The twist: one training session. Then came the shock. Years later, Sánchez would admit the truth. After his very first training session at Carrington, he called his agent and asked, "Can I go back to Arsenal?" He knew something was wrong. The fire that made him a legend in London had been extinguished by a system that didn't fit him. The aftermath: the ghost of Old Trafford. The stats don't lie. Sánchez, the man earning £500,000 per week, became a ghost, scoring only 5 goals in 45 games. Mkhitaryan fared slightly better in London with 9 goals and 13 assists, but he never regained that Bundesliga Player of the Year form. By the time both players fled to Italy to restart their lives, the Premier League was left wondering how two giants could fall so hard, so fast. 3 key takeaways. The contract trap. Arsenal's failure to tie down Sánchez forced them into a panic move that didn't pay off. Fit over fame. United bought a superstar but didn't have a system that suited his style of play. The instant regret. Sánchez wanting to leave after day one shows that even the biggest deals can be broken before they even start. Henrikh Mkhitaryan, the Armenian maestro. Manchester United signed Henrikh Mkhitaryan in 2016 from the German giants, Borussia Dortmund, for a fee of around £26.3 million to £30 million. He arrived at Old Trafford with a massive reputation. The Bundesliga king. In his final season in Germany, he was voted the Bundesliga Player of the Season. He had put up monster numbers: 23 goals and a massive 32 assists in 52 appearances. The trophies. Before joining United, he was a serial winner. He won 3 Ukrainian Premier League titles and 3 Ukrainian Cups with Shakhtar Donetsk. At Dortmund, he picked up 2 German Super Cups. The achievement: he is Armenia's all-time top goalscorer and was named Armenian Footballer of the Year multiple times before even stepping foot in England. Alexis Sánchez, El Niño Maravilla. Arsenal signed Alexis Sánchez in July 2014 from the Spanish Titans, FC Barcelona, for a reported fee of £35 million. He was one of the most exciting attackers in the world. The Barcelona legend. In 3 seasons at Camp Nou, he scored 39 goals in 88 league games. He wasn't just a squad player, he was a winner, picking up La Liga 2012-13, the Copa del Rey, the UEFA Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup. The international star. He arrived just after a brilliant 2014 World Cup with Chile, where he was their talisman. The form. At Arsenal, he became a force of nature, scoring 80 goals in total for the club and winning 2 FA Cups 2015, 2017 before the swap deal happened. The swap, January 2018. When the swap happened, United thought they were getting the prime version of Sánchez from Arsenal, and Arsenal hoped Mkhitaryan would rediscover his Dortmund magic. While Mkhitaryan helped United win the Europa League in 2017, scoring in the final to become the first Armenian to win a major European trophy, his time at Old Trafford was cut short to make way for Sánchez. Ultimately, the deal became a warning story about how even the biggest stars can struggle when they switch sides. After both players struggled to find their best form in England, they both looked to Italy for a fresh start. Interestingly, both players ended up playing for the same club eventually, Inter Milan, but they took different paths to get there. The journey after England. Alexis Sánchez, the Inter rebirth. After a nightmare at Manchester United, Sánchez fled to Italy in August 2019. Inter Milan first spell. He initially joined on loan before making it permanent in 2020. In Italy, he looked like a different player, fitter and more committed. He helped Inter end Juventus's dominance and win the Serie A title in 2020-21. Marseille, France. In 2022, he moved to France to play for Marseille, where he had a brilliant season, scoring 14 league goals. Return to Inter. He loved Milan so much that he returned for a second spell in 2023. Udinese. Most recently, he completed a poetic return to the club that first brought him to Europe, Udinese. Henrikh Mkhitaryan, the Serie A professional. Mkhitaryan left Arsenal in September 2019 and proved that he still had plenty of top-level football left in him. As Roma, he moved to Rome, initially on loan and then permanently. He became a key player for them, making 116 appearances and scoring 29 goals. His biggest achievement there was winning the UEFA Europa Conference League in 2022 under José Mourinho, the same manager who let him go at United. Inter Milan. In 2022, he moved to Inter Milan on a free transfer. Despite being in his mid-30s, he has been a vital part of their midfield, winning another Serie A title in 2024 and reaching a Champions League final. It's crazy to think that both players, who were considered flops in the swap deal, went on to become Italian champions later in their careers.